In southern China, food isn't just something you eat, it's something the entire city moves around. In Guangzhou, the day begins with quiet bowls of noodles and delicate dim sum. But as the sun sets, the streets start to change. Metal shutters roll open. Woks begin to heat. The smell of garlic, soy sauce, and chili oil drifts through the evening air. From historic food streets that have fed locals for generations, to modern night markets glowing beneath glass skyscrapers, Guangzhou reveals a side of Chinese cuisine that many travelers never see. In this video, we're exploring the streets where locals actually eat, from traditional Cantonese comfort food to fiery late-night hotpot that keeps the city awake long after midnight. So come hungry, because Guangzhou doesn't just feed you, it keeps you coming back for one more bite. Xihua Road Food Street, once Mina. If you want to understand how Guangzhou really eats, start on Xihua Road. Tucked away in the Liwan district, this narrow food street has been feeding locals for decades, long before modern food halls and shopping malls arrived. As evening settles in, steam rises from noodle pots while cooks slice roasted meats behind glass counters. Small kitchens line the street shoulder to shoulder, each one serving classic Cantonese comfort food to a steady flow of locals grabbing dinner. One of the most iconic dishes here is Wonton noodles. Thin egg noodles served in a clear, fragrant broth with delicate shrimp dumplings floating just beneath the surface. The flavor is clean and balanced, a perfect example of Cantonese cooking where the ingredients speak for themselves. Another local favorite is beef offal noodles, where slow-braised tripe, tendon, and brisket soak up a rich soy-based broth. The meat becomes soft and deeply savory, making it one of the most comforting bowls you'll find anywhere in the city. You'll also see vendors preparing Cheung fun, silky rice noodle rolls folded around shrimp or beef and drizzled with sweet soy sauce. The sheets are cut quickly while steam rolls off the trays and customers gather around plastic tables waiting for their order. It's simple, traditional, and deeply satisfying, the kind of street food Guangzhou has built its reputation on. Street food prices usually range between 12 and 35 Chinese yuan, or about $2 to $5 per dish. Location: Xihua Road, Liwan District, Guangzhou. Shangxiajiu Pedestrian Street. If you want to see how Guangzhou celebrates its food culture, head to Shangxiajiu Pedestrian Street. Located in the historic Liwan District, this bustling street has been one of the city's main commercial hubs for more than a century, lined with traditional arcaded buildings that glow warmly under the evening lights. As night settles in, the entire street fills with the aroma of roasted meats, sizzling woks, and sweet desserts drifting through the crowds. Restaurants and food stalls stretch block after block, serving some of the most beloved Cantonese dishes to locals finishing work and visitors exploring the old city. One of the must-try dishes here is Cantonese roast goose, hanging in neat rows behind glass windows. The skin is lacquered and crisp, with a deep amber color that crackles slightly when sliced, revealing tender, juicy meat underneath. Another local favorite is bozai fan, or Cantonese claypot rice. Cooked slowly over open flames, the rice absorbs the rich flavors of preserved sausage, chicken, and soy sauce while forming a crispy, golden crust at the bottom of the pot. You'll also see stalls serving salt and pepper squid, lightly battered and fried until crisp, then tossed with garlic, chili, and scallions for a simple but addictive snack. Street food and small dishes here typically range between 20 and 60 Chinese yuan, or about $3 to $9 depending on the dish. Location: Shangxiajiu Pedestrian Street, Liwan District, Guangzhou. Beijing Road Food Street, Wustro. If there's one street that captures the energy of Guangzhou after dark, it's Beijing Road Pedestrian Street. Located in the Uxu district, this historic shopping street transforms at night into one of the busiest food corridors in the city. Neon signs glow above the crowds as food vendors fire up their grills and woks. The smell of garlic, chili oil, and soy sauce drifts through the air while locals weave between stalls looking for a quick late-night bite. One of the most popular snacks here is grilled squid skewers, brushed with soy glaze and chili powder before being turned slowly over charcoal flames. The edges char slightly, giving the squid a smoky, salty bite that's impossible to ignore. Another street favorite is chili oil dumplings, delicate pork dumplings coated in a bright red chili sauce with garlic and vinegar. Each bite balances heat, acidity, and savory richness. You'll also find vendors serving fried rice noodle rolls, crispy on the outside but soft inside, tossed quickly with bean sprouts, egg, and soy sauce in large metal woks. Street food prices usually range between 15 and 45 Chinese yuan, or about $2 to $6 per dish. Location: Beijing Road, Pedestrian Street, Uxu District, Guangzhou. Jiangnanxi Night Food Area Ale. If you want to see where younger locals in Guangzhou go to eat after dark, head to Jiangnanxi in the Haizhu district. This lively neighborhood feels different from the older food streets in the city. The crowds are younger, the lights are brighter, and the food starts getting bolder. As night settles in, restaurants and small street kitchens spill out onto the sidewalks. Neon signs flicker above late-night diners, while the sound of sizzling woks and charcoal grills fills the narrow streets. One of the most popular foods here is mala skewers, where meats, tofu, mushrooms, and vegetables are cooked in spicy broth before being coated in Sichuan peppercorn and chili powder. The flavor is fiery, numbing, and addictive, the kind of late-night snack that keeps people ordering round after round. Another favorite is spicy crayfish, tossed quickly in large woks with garlic, ginger, and handfuls of dried chilies. Vendors pile the bright red shells high on metal trays as diners crack them open with gloved hands. You'll also see bowls of chili oil noodles, thick wheat noodles coated in garlic, soy sauce, crushed peanuts, and a generous spoonful of bright red chili oil. Street food and casual dishes here usually cost between 25 and 70 Chinese yuan, or about $4 to $10. Location: Jiangnanxi Commercial Area, Haizhu District, Guangzhou. Tianhe Night Food Streets. If Liwan shows Guangzhou's history and Jiangnanxi shows its younger crowd, Tianhe District shows the city's modern appetite. Surrounded by glass towers, massive shopping malls, and busy office blocks, Tianhe becomes one of the liveliest food zones in Guangzhou once night falls. When the workday ends, office workers flood the streets looking for something bold, hot, and fast. Food stalls begin lighting their grills while restaurants open their doors wide to the crowds. The smell of chili oil, cumin, and garlic quickly fills the air. One of the most eye-catching dishes here is spicy grilled fish, served in large metal trays bubbling with chili oil, garlic, ginger, and handfuls of red chilies. The fish is cooked until tender, while vegetables soak up the fiery broth beneath it. Another popular late-night choice is mala hotpot bowls, where diners choose meats, tofu, mushrooms, and noodles before everything is cooked together in a rich Sichuan-style chili broth filled with peppercorns. You'll also see vendors grilling cumin lamb skewers, brushed with oil and dusted with cumin and chili powder before being cooked over open charcoal flames. The result is smoky, spicy, and deeply savory. Meals in this district typically range between 35 and 100 Chinese yuan, or about $5 to $14 depending on what you order. Location: Tianhe District Food Streets, Guangzhou. Late Night Mala Hotpot, Guangzhou's fiery midnight ritual. As the night deepens in Guangzhou, the food scene takes a spicier turn. Long after the shopping streets quiet down, small hotpot restaurants begin filling with diners looking for one last meal before heading home. Across the city, especially in areas like Tianhe District and Jiangnanxi, glowing storefronts reveal rows of bubbling pots sitting in the center of crowded tables. This is mala hotpot, a fiery dish built around chili oil and Sichuan peppercorns that create the famous numbing heat known as mala. Diners choose their own ingredients from refrigerated counters: thin slices of beef, lotus root, tofu skin, mushrooms, noodles, and leafy greens. Everything is dropped into the simmering broth, slowly absorbing the deep red chili oil and fragrant spices. One bite delivers layers of flavor. First the heat of dried chilies, then the tingling sensation of Sichuan peppercorn, followed by the savory richness of the broth itself. Hotpot isn't rushed. Groups of friends sit around the table, talking, laughing, and cooking ingredients together long into the night. It's loud, communal, and deeply satisfying, the kind of late-night meal that turns a simple dinner into an experience. A typical hotpot meal ranges between 50 and 120 Chinese yuan, or roughly $7 to $17 per person, depending on how much you order. Location: popular across Tianhe District and Jiangnanxi food streets, Guangzhou. Guangzhou's food story isn't built around just one dish. It's built around streets. Streets where recipes have been passed down for generations, where families gather around steaming bowls, and where the city slowly comes alive as night falls. From the traditional kitchens of Xihua Road to the neon energy of Beijing Road Pedestrian Street and the fiery late-night tables of Tianhe District, every corner offers another flavor waiting to be discovered. And the truth is, even after all these streets, we've only scratched the surface, because in Guangzhou, the next great meal is always just around the corner. If you enjoyed exploring these food streets with us, make sure to like and subscribe. It's completely free, and it helps the channel continue uncovering incredible food scenes around the world. Until the next journey, keep exploring and keep eating.